much creating audiobooks is the best video game you can play. It's way better than any of these systems that people play. I mean, better than a slot machine, better than PS4, Xbox. Just reading a book and creating an audiobook is like a great way to use your brain. It requires concentration, which is meditation, and you're just so much happier because you're filling your neurolinguistic program with positive programming, with wisdom, joy, strength, power. Your reality is your words.
Are you creating books or reading them?
I'm reading the books. I have a big library. Yeah.
No, that's true. I think going back to the old-fashioned, start making some coffee. I think going back to the old-fashioned ways, man, of just the old-fashioned entertainment ways, man. Like if you look, people have talked shit on the Amish for years, but dude, look how happy they are. They're a community. They know the dangers of technology.
Yeah. They haven't plagued them. They haven't plagued their brains with all this brain rot. I mean, if you read Quaker morality, Quaker ethics, like I'm just telling you, it's your life, dude. Your life is your movie. Your life is your journey. It's like, do you want your life to be a clubhouse brain rot where you're like going crazy listening to this shit? Because it's not just like what you're saying in the debate, it's what you're listening to. You're literally programming yourself on what you're listening to on this stupid app.
Here's the thing is nobody really says anything compelling or of sense. They do here and there, but it usually gets drowned out by someone who gets offended by anybody saying anything sensible. So, that's just kind of a little bit of entertainment. Like you said, I'm bored, but I'm not getting much value out of the app, but as far as intellectual conversation, because it's hard to. For every good conversation, I have just a fuckload of bad ones where people are booting you out, kicking you, calling you names because you're a. This is fucking stupid shit, isn't it? It gets old, but I don't know why I come back because I'm bored. I want to talk to humans because I live by myself. So yeah, I want to be able to talk to human beings and shit. Luckily, at my job, I get to talk to human beings with it. That's my job for them. They're your friends, so to speak. Some of them, but are they really your friends? Like they're your coworkers, bro. And so I just, I don't even give a fuck about here. I'm really having friends. I just want to be able to talk to somebody here and there, but it gets less and less appealing slowly. It's nice to talk to the real ones here and there, but it's not that easy. Have you ever looked at those X spaces? John? Mr. John? John?
Yeah, I'm making coffee in the other room.
Oh, nice.
Gonna blaze some herb.
A little bit of coffee and cannabis, dude. Yeah.
See, when you mix that with a book as opposed to just useless conversation, useless communication, that's what I'm saying. Is like we can communicate with high level intelligence, but it can't really come from us. It has to come from an ancient master who's already accomplished the thoughts. Like we're not original. We have to basically scrounge around and clone and copy. So I'm just telling you, Mountain Man, come on this book, come on this app, get a good book, and we will record, you reading philosophy or wisdom. And then you're going to feel happier and healthier. And you're going to say, you know what? John was right. Everything was fucked up in my life because communication in my life was fucked up. I've been telling you this for like years now, dude.
Well, I've been on here for a little over a year now, so I guess you're right. For a year. But yeah,
Just think about it. If you go to Harvard, if you go to Yale, if you go to Princeton, and all your communication is very intelligent and high end, that's who you are. We are what our communication experiences are.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that looks interesting. I mean, I don't know when you want to do it.
We can do it right now, dude. Go grab the Bible and just start reading Psalms or Proverbs, or go online and get the Tao Te Ching. I can read for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes. You can read for 3 minutes. Be the change. Don't just tell me, show me.
Oh, man, we'll do it. I'm going to get murdered on fucking PUBG anyway here, so why not? I'm going to teach this person the Tao by shooting him in the face.
No, the Tao talks about nonviolence.
Oh. But this is a video game. I have to teach him a lesson because he's in my territory. He offended me. You see, this is where I sell drugs on a video game, of course. But I got to teach him a quick lesson. Stupid asshole. I just taught you the Tao.
You just learned the truth of the universe, that you are infinite. Did Death Hippie want to say something? Aurora?
I don't know. I'd like to hear from him.
Good evening, fellas.
Hey. What's going on?
Yeah, the Taoism. It's interesting. You can get a book called the Tao of Pooh. As Pooh Bear explains Taoism. It's really cute. Mm-hmm. Talks about the
Do you want to explain it just a little bit to me?
Well, I don't remember too much about it, but it's basically a philosophy, a way of thinking, and bringing yourself to understanding that you are creating your own paradigm by what you focus on becomes your reality, essentially. So if you have like vinegar, you can either believe that it's sweet, sour, or whatnot. It's all in the mind. I don't know. I'm sure that it could be explained a lot better than that in more detail. But that's
well, you can't actually explain it. It's silent. True Tao is silence.
That's a quiet knowing.
Yeah, those who say do not know. It's a trick question. You can't really explain Tao. You can give it a name, but it's a book.
Something very nice to read.
Yes. It's eternal.
What's crazy, it's just kind of weird because, I feel like it's a little bit threatening, or just kind of, to be a Christian. But I don't know. I mean, it's maybe a good thing to learn, even.
It's not threatening to Christianity. It actually helps explain it, and it helps explain Judaism, because this is like the raw programming, and Jesus basically expanded it. You could say he even used the Tao to troll the Tao.
Okay.
It's philosophy.
Jesus was a great philosopher. If you think about it.
Yeah, he was a mystic. And a lot of American Christians don't know that. They don't realize that Jesus was a mystic. You could say he was a magician. He was a Kabbalist.
He was a socialist.
What?
No, he was a magician. He was a politician too. He was a politician, but you know why they hung that fish on that wall there? Because it opened its mouth. Jesus made the ultimate taboo statement and said, "I am God." And so they killed him because he trolled the political and the religious establishment.
Yeah, people don't like that.
Can't do that.
No.
You
Don't be thinking outside the box. No.
can't do that. Okay, this is Tao Te Ching. This is the 45th verse. This is called Illusion and Reality. This is a breathing meditation. Take the deepest breath of the day. Completeness can seem incomplete, yet the completeness that we achieve can be remarkable. Fullness can seem empty, yet the fullness that we achieve can be very useful. Truth can appear as a lie. Straightness can appear as twisted. Skillfulness can appear as clumsy. Eloquence can sound like foolishness. But the dialectic of yin and yang is not illusory. Activity can overcome cold. Tranquility can overcome heat. And peacefulness is the natural seed of a violent world. This is the commentary. We live in a world of illusions, but not all is illusory. Illusory. We live in a world of realities, but not all is real. That which is most illusory is our belief that everything must be either complete or incomplete, full or empty, straight or crooked, skillful or clumsy, eloquent or not. That which is most real is the experience of process, for example, of activity overcoming cold, or of tranquility overcoming heat. In all processes, when one extreme is reached, its opposite is ripe to generate. The most significant potential process of our time is the reestablishment of the great integrity. Why? It is because extreme fragmentation, violence, and cruelty have now become so prevalent. See, Mountain, that's how you read a book. A smart book. And it comes out of China 2,700 years ago, so it's got nothing to do with communism. When I read this book online here, and what's his name? Roger Mayhem was like, "Oh, great book. They only used it to kill 80 million people in China through communism." I was like, see, that's the problem, is you're not reading it.
Roger Mayhem's a dipshit, and you cannot, if you set in his ways, he'll die on that hill just to be right. It's very frustrating. And if you're challenging, he'll just kick you. He's just he's kind of a bitch, right? So.
Yeah.
So.
Well, doesn't see that the part of the thing is this information teaches you not to be judgmental, because if you're judgmental, you're wasting time. You're not personally progressing fast enough, if you're judging people. I mean, it can slow you down.
Yeah. Absolutely. What do you do though? I mean, you can admit Bradler's a bitch, so I mean, too. So.
What?
Well, you can admit Rodder's a bitch. I mean, Brad's a bitch too. I mean, come on. I mean,
who cares? Who cares? I'm more concerned with developing my brain in the real world. I'm more concerned with my love life in my immediate proximity. I'm more concerned about my house and the cracks. I'm more concerned about 100 million things other than vulgar, loud, obnoxious people on this app who just scream, "Stop fucking talking over me! Stop! Mute that fucking bitch! Move the fucking goo! No!" As I was saying. Dude, people are crazy. They're not reading anything, dude. That's why they're not at peace. They're not reading information about peace, tranquility, intelligence. Super intelligence doesn't get angry because super intelligence is superpower. Power never gets angry. Power just transforms and it acts. It does.
Well, shit. Oh, God.
Dude, imagine if you had a son and you only had 100 days to spend with him. You know, one of those days you might say, okay, fine, we're going to play video games. But maybe the 99 other days you're going to be like, no, son, we're going to read the Bible. Because you would have to choose which communication in terms of priority is the most important. And so if you're a responsible, intelligent person, you would just want to engage in the intelligence, which is really like nothing more than saying it's the deity. You know, if there is a God, God is super intelligence. So if you want to approach God, you have to approach intelligence. You have to merge with intelligence. It says that you can harmonize with the earth in the Tao Te Ching. You can harmonize with the universe. It's like magic. It's basically neurolinguistic programming. It changes your attitude. It changes your personality. You're no longer an angry, mean person who's gonna, dude, I saw this guy at the bar last weekend. He wanted to congratulate this guy for fucking this chick in the bar. And the guy was like, "Let me congratulate you." He's like, "Don't fucking congratulate me. Shut your fucking mouth." He's like, "No, I want to congratulate you for fucking that bitch." He's like, "Shut the fuck up. Stop fucking trying to shake my fucking hand and congratulate me. I don't want your fucking fuck out." I was like, whoa. Fucking fight breaking out. So I pulled out my phone and I put it on YouTube.
People just all fucked up, huh?
It's just go to any room on this app.
Yeah, but you said that was in real life, didn't you?
That was in real life, but how is this app not any different than the real world? In the real world, the only difference is somebody can physically punch you.
In the real world, people don't usually talk like that unless they're looking for an actual fight. We all know that. People get stupid on this app, dude. Just ridiculous.
Okay, I'm going to read you now the 46th verse of the Tao Te Ching. It's called "Enough is Enough." Okay, this is the 46th verse of the Tao Te Ching. This is candidate Congressman John Kitover. This is "Enough is Enough." When the great integrity permeated our lives, freely galloping horses fertilized the fields. When the great integrity was lost, war horses were bred in the countryside. There is no greater calamity than acquisitiveness racing out of control. Only those who know when enough is enough can ever have enough. Commentary on verse 46. There is no greater loss than that of the great integrity. Since we have exchanged it for the curse of greed, we have inherited all manner of social calamities, our insatiable desires for possessions, and our compensatory psyches, binging to feed our starving egos. We have bred a perverted consciousness to navigate a perverted world, rebirthing our world as a cooperating global village, and rebirthing our consciousness as the great integrity can recreate our awareness of when enough is enough. Only then will we be released from the omnipresent prisons of selfishness in which we have all been trapped during this temporary 5,000-year era of civilizations as we have known them. What I think is interesting about this is I'm reading to you the commentary, but if you read this book without the commentary, it's really like it's what you think it is. So this is like a universal energy book where you can use it however you want, good or bad. It's up to you to choose, but I think on average it tends toward to be good. But the commentary here, you might not like it because it is rather socialistic. But socialism is like wanting to take care of your neighborhood or community. I mean, but there's absolutely no connection in communities or neighborhoods. No one knows each other. No one cares about. No one wants to share anything with them. Anyways, this is called Going Beyond. This is the 47th verse. We can understand the world as it is without leaving our home. We can understand the world as it might be without peering dreamily out of our window. The further we go, the less we know. Wise people understand the 10,000 things without going to each one. They know them without having to look at each one, and they transform all without acting on each one. This is the commentary. Since our main problem in life is transcending our inherited pathological institutions and the rationales. This is Congressman Kitover. This is enough is enough. When the But anyways, dude, I'm telling you, like, try to create videos. Don't play video games. Like, at least if you're playing a video game, well, then live stream your game and publish it. You know, what's interesting is if you watch a video of your video game, I've published like hundreds of, modern combat, whatever, on PS4. When you watch yourself playing the video game, you get the same dopamine response as if it was happening live, as if you were really playing it. And your brain recorded that entire game. And when you watch the game, even like a year later, that memory of that game is still in your fucking brain, and you still produce the same dopamine by watching the video. It's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I can start recording it for sure. I don't know, man. I just gotta do it for fun, you know? I mean, it's a good replacement, better than sitting around fucking jerking off, dude. I mean, I work, a full-time job. I just lost my dog, so I have a dog or a kid, it brings you back to old times. It's pretty simple, it's cheap, it's not so bad. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it,
No, I've spent a lot of time doing it, but I like what I'm doing now with reading and creating these YouTube videos because I think it's making me smarter, and it's definitely improved my love life because women have a way of testing you in the most subtle ways. And if you can just keep your cool and be a lover boy and not get angry over anything, like, it's a much better way to live your life. Not controlling women or not wanting to correct or get annoyed or get angry over anything. That's really what you're working towards too, which is really cultivating and creating a royal-like attitude, becoming a king. In America, if you want to be a king, you can be a king. I mean, meaning that it's all of our right. We took that right from the king and made it personal. So I'm just saying, do you want to be the guy sitting at home on a Saturday night playing video games in the dark? Or do you want to be the guy out on a Saturday night playing music or entertaining or, doing communication? I mean, life is short. you only have so many opportunities and so many Saturday nights and so
I understand. It's not every day, dude. I'm not doing it every day. I mean, you can have entertainment too, harmless entertainment. There's nothing wrong with it.
I'm just telling you, so much of your future depends on what you're producing in your brain because it's not manifestation. It's actually just like dialectic therapy. And you can get a doctorate in philosophy if you read the fucking books, and you could kill two birds with one stone and create videos and just reference your videos. This is all like simulation training.
Yeah, it's all what you want to do in life, bro. I mean, it's right now I'm kind of pacing myself because I'm working toward the goal myself. So, I mean, it's better than going out and being just destructive or getting drunk and killing fucking random women. I'm tired of that, bro. I don't want to do that right now.
Well, I'm just saying, a beautiful woman is a hell of a lot more fun than playing Call of Duty. Anyways, we have another caller or another speaker here on X. We have John. I'm John as well. And this is Da Wisdom, where we've been reading Da De Jing, and I'm talking to my friend Mountain on Clown House. Welcome to the show, John. Is there anything you want to say, John?
No, it's nice to meet you. I heard you in a space the other day talking about basic marketing for your campaign in 2026. I don't really know much about you, so I was just curious to learn.
Yeah, I can't really hear you that well, but I'm running for Congress in Illinois in the 16th district against Darren LaHood, Rockford, Peoria, Bloomington, and I create a lot of videos. I got over 50,000 videos on YouTube of reading philosophy books, debating people, pulling my hair out of my hairless head, screaming at people who are just wasting their time here on the internet, picking their feet in Poughkeepsie. That's a quote, Gene Hackman quote. Anyways, this is really like a meditation. I spend a lot of time on the internet, probably 2 hours a day meditating. And when I say meditating, it's like technically the book club. So I read books for about 2 hours a day on YouTube and create 3-minute clips. I call that intelligent work. And the interesting thing about Taoism or philosophy is you can get a lot done by not doing it, meaning that most of the things you think you have to do are actually just totally useless. A lot of the thoughts you have, a lot of the things you say are just useless. Somebody texted me. Oh no. Donald Trump has endorsed Darren LaHood. Oh no. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Donald Trump endorsed Darren LaHood against me.
Oh, really? Well, does he know who you are?
This is what Trump wrote. I can't fucking believe this. Congressman Darren LaHood is a tremendous champion for Illinois' 16th Congressional District. As a member of the powerful House Ways and Means Committee, Darren understands the America First policies required to create great jobs, cut taxes, regulations, advance American energy dominance, promote Made in America, and champion our nation's golden age. He's fighting tirelessly to keep our now very secure borders secure, stop migrant crime, strengthen our brave military veterans, and defend our always under siege Second Amendment. Darren LaHood has my complete and total endorsement for re-election. He will never let you down. Wow.
I mean, are you devastated?
No, I mean that's awesome for me because now I can create content discussing that. I'm not going to attack Trump, but I'm just going to say, dear Mr. President, I think you are wrong.
If you do, I swear to God, I swear that's good. That's wrong.
I bet you This is pretty funny.
What?
I got this text from some random person. I don't know who it was.
Would they threaten you?
No, they sent me the screenshot from Trump's endorsement on his X account.
Oh.
This came out October 25th at 8 a.m. Holy shit. So, John, where do you live? Anything else you want to say, John?
Well, I live in the Midwest, pretty close to Illinois, but not in Illinois. I don't want to say the specific state. But yeah, I mean, I'm a young guy. I actually studied philosophy for a little bit. I took several courses and have done a decent amount of, just a little bit of reading on my own. But I'm probably going to switch majors and not major in it, although I really enjoyed it. That said, I'm curious, like, can I hear a little bit more about your policy? Like, what do you want the 16th district of Illinois at a local level to look like, and then maybe extrapolate from there?
I would just kind of invert your question and say I'm not going to answer your question with regards to what I want to change or do for on the ground voters in the 16th district. I hear a lot of Congress people in their political pitches to constituents, voters, and other politically interested people. They try to say, I'm going to work so hard for all the constituents and voters in my district. If they're not putting out messaging and communication, educating their voters and their constituents about the grander federal national problems, not just the problems in their district, but the problems that the entire country is facing as a whole, well, then they're just miscommunicating, misdirecting, misinforming. So I hope you understand that response. Does that make sense to you? I mean, this is a Tao philosophy room. Taoism deals with antithesis, thesis, and synthesis. So I hope that is informative for you. But obviously, I can answer your question. But I just hope you understand that there's a much bigger financial crisis that the United States has plunged itself into in a way which is just so unbelievable and so catastrophic, and it has happened so quickly. We basically got robbed. The United States of America has been robbed. The Treasury has been looted through databases. It didn't get raided and looted. It got expanded and looted. So we are lying to ourselves, but the whole world is essentially pulling the same scam. So I just want people to understand the scam or the skim, and who I'm running against, Darren LaHood. He's essentially skimming. He's got over 10 million in his campaign account from Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Caterpillar, Comcast, ComEd, AT&T, Verizon, AstraZeneca, GlaxoSmithKline, Pfizer, Moderna, J&J, and 100 other corporations. So he just came out the other day and he said, I'm very hesitant on RFK's stance on Tylenol. I'm hesitant. What is he saying? Like, ladies, it's okay to keep taking Tylenol when you're pregnant? I mean, the guy is just a big pharma shill. So I hope that helps address, because it's not just about making the material world better for the voters. It's about making the intellectual, even psychological world better, because America is supposed to preserve and enhance liberty. Unfortunately, we have done the exact opposite. Everybody is essentially frustrated in this country over the entire situation, which is essentially taxation. You're taxed from top to bottom, left to right, forward and behind. And with the country and $37 trillion in debt, we have no choice but to force people into compliance in order just to pay the deficit, the interest on the deficit, or interest on the national debt. So As a young person, you should be hyper involved in politics because uh, politics will control. Politics does control and will always control your situation, and the situation is debt and taxes. That horrible cliche, death and taxes. You know, that's really what. Hopefully, the best leaders can address is death and taxes. You know, those are the two ultimatums, maximums.
It's interesting. I really like that. I'm somewhat familiar with um, you know credit creation, banking, quantitative easing. I never really took a class on economics, but I just heard people speak about it, and I know that the COVID, of course, only increased our national debt, of course, and all this has to do with inflation as well. I agree with you. I mean, that's a really good thing to say. Educating the voters of your district as opposed to doing what Democrats do, just throwing incentives at them. Here's subsidies here or something. Here's benefits there. Here's a playground in your neighborhood for your kids at a more local level. But yeah, no, I like that. I can tell you're very educated.
Yeah, anybody who is just aware of the Federal Reserve, Congress, HRX, USDebtClock.org, Thomas Massey, Rand Paul, a lot of Americans throughout the history of this country have been criticizing the banking industrial complex, banking cartels, uh, obviously taxes, and how the Federal Reserve just creates artificial non-gold backed, debt instruments. So I don't know. I'm not in that club. If I could snap my fingers and be like, "Oh, I'm making $14 million this year working as a vice president at Goldman Sachs," I would take that. I would take that. But this is the opposite of that. My campaign is based on the opposite of that paradigm. So, but really, this is a book club, John. I just read books, and I think it's making me smarter. It's helping with my campaign. Okay, so we're going to read the 48th verse from the Tao King. This is called All is Done Without Doing. Take the deepest breath of the day. Hold it for 10 seconds. To obtain a diploma requires the storage of trivia. To obtain the great integrity requires their abandonment. The more we are released from vested fragments of knowledge, the less we are compelled to take vested actions until all is done without doing. When the ego interferes in the rhythms of process, there is so much doing, but nothing is done. This is the commentary. Is Lao Tzu stuck in a literary mannerism involving paradox? Or is there a deep insight into the concept of all is done without doing? A repeated premise in many of these 81 verses. What Lao Tzu means by doing is acting against the rhythms of natural processes and against the pretended natural inertia and laziness of human beings to make something happen. That means that doing implies actions impelled by interference, force, and coercion. Such actions are always in opposition to natural processes and usually in violation of human needs and well-being. What Lao Tzu means by getting done is to flow with and facilitate natural processes. Never violate the needs and harmony of human beings in the process of producing the needs of the community. Getting done is always cooperating with nature and with other people. Doing is always a violation of nature and the exploitation of other people. Therefore, what he means by all is done without doing is that everything is accomplished without coercion. What Lao Tzu is always concerned with is the establishment of the great integrity. For him, the great integrity is the return to intuition and the merging of self and non self. For us, having evolved to a different stage of evolution, we don't want to throw away our hundreds of years of scientific experience. For us, our return to the great integrity means an integrity at a much higher level than Lao Tzu could imagine. Our great integrity is to integrate our now advanced scientific left brain with our intuitive artistic right brain. For us, returning to the great integrity is to end our schizoid patterns of acting and thinking by establishing a planetary community in which cooperation replaces competition, war between countries becomes an anachronism because there will be no separate countries, and where all the fragmentations and coercive acts of the past will be exchanged for a great integrity beyond the wildest dreams of Lao Tzu. Okay, this is called Wisdom, the next one. Wise people are not absorbed in their own needs. They take the needs of all people as their own. That's the first part. To obtain a diploma requires the storage. Okay, Mountain. Anything else you want to say? How's the video game life coming along?
Going pretty good, man. I'm just hanging out. What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just sitting here reading books, bro.
Oh yeah, it's going pretty good.
Dude, you're lucky because you got the best of both worlds now.
Is to be the waterway for the world.
You don't have to read these books. All you can do is play the games and listen to the super wisdom. So you're very lucky.
Yeah, it feels pretty good, man. Appreciate it, I'll have to listen to this shit though for sure.
Oh, do you want the audiobook link? I'll just give you the link. You can listen to it. It's about an hour long.
Yeah, I think I found it yesterday, actually, exactly what you were listening to.
It's very positive neurolinguistic programming.
Yeah, I was listening to it. It's pretty good, actually. It's pretty good. So.
Okay, I pinned it to the top. Click it and just save that. I pinned it to the room. Click it and just save the video or whatever.
Okay.
Just save the bookmark. But listen to it at least once. I mean, listen to it twice. Really try to listen with comprehension because it's so deep and mystical.
That's the book that I found yesterday. Yeah, I can do that shit for sure, dude.
Yeah, see how it changes your life. I think it's a magical book.
Yeah.
It's one of the oldest books in the world, and it's been translated more than any other book, other than the Bible. So it's definitely the Chinese Bible, dude.
Yeah.
It deals with quantum physics. It's pre-Einstein. And it's this book. It predates modern quantum physics. It's discussing string theory.
Yeah.
It's talking about the one, which is essentially the belief that everything is completely connected, even in the space between the things. So there's a belief that there's one consciousness that permeates the whole universe. You could say that the Earth is most likely alive, and we're just like ants on it. But we have the opportunity to harmonize with the intelligence of the universe. And this book is a way to essentially harmonize with it. It's a vibration. Positive vibration.
Yeah.
Only way to make a girl come is to vibrate her. And supposedly the universe is a woman.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, that's my show. I call it the Self-Actualization Comedy Show. Ba-dum-bum. Don't quit your day job, candidate.
yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna jump around and see what other people are doing and see if anybody's talking about anything, of value, but it probably won't last long. So.
Well, no matter where you go, the Tao will be with you now.
Yeah, so. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, he was John for Congress. Thanks so much.